Yo, quick one today. I had a conversation with a customer a day or two ago, and um, something came up that I thought would be interesting to talk about. And I talk about tracking and paying close attention to results when it comes to marketing, like all the time. Probably every third video touches on that subject. But sometimes it's hard for me to see things from my client's perspective. And so I had an interesting conversation today with a client for whom we're running a bunch of different kinds of ad campaigns. And each ad campaign generates a bunch of leads on a monthly basis. And I was asking for feedback about all of the leads because we want to know everything we can about these folks. We want to know, how many calls did it take to reach them? Were you able to reach them? Was it a good conversation? Were they the right kind of client? Did they have the right budget? Were they interested in a quote? Did they get a quote? Did they give you any money? Did they become a sale? We want to know all of that stuff. But from my client's perspective, he really only cares about the ones that buy. He doesn't care about the rest of them. And I totally get that. You've got 100 people on your list, maybe 20 of them buy. You don't care about the other 80. You don't want to waste any time on them. So I totally get it. But, when we're running all these different ad campaigns, each one of these campaigns is different. It offers something different. It uses different language. And so we might have, a certain ad that gets half the leads, but maybe none of those leads actually become sales. And so we would really like to know that so that we cannot waste our time and money on those leads anymore. Just knowing which ones that buy is good. It can be helpful, but it's not all the information. And so I will continue my effort to get more information. But it's like that with all of our clients. We always get varying degrees of feedback. And I would say 90% of our clients don't really track this stuff. And that's just the way it goes. And so I would hate for them to not track it because they don't understand why they should track it. Look, if you understand why you should track it and you still don't want to do it, that's totally fine. That's up to you. Maybe it's not a priority to you. Maybe you have all the customers you need, like whatever. But, if you're handling your own marketing, you got to be tracking this stuff super close. Maybe the owner of the business in you who does the estimating and does the jobs and collects the money doesn't really give a crap about leads and stuff like that. But the marketer in you really needs to know where the good leads are coming from and where the bad leads are coming from so you can do less of the former or the latter, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So everything must be tracked closely, and the more details, the better. That's why we usually set our clients up with a spreadsheet where all of their leads spit out into the spreadsheet so that when they're actually doing the calls, when they're calling these people, they can just quickly make a note, didn't answer, or left a message, or talk to them 3 times, or whatever. Like, leave some kind of note on the spot while you're doing it, and then you don't have to go back later and worry about it. But if you don't track this stuff as it happens, a few weeks later, you're not going to remember this stuff, and the information will be lost. And there's so many times, they call it attribution. You need to know how to attribute, what to attribute your results to. If you're constantly taking actions and you're getting the fruits of those actions 6 months later, if you don't know what actions you took that brought those good results, you're going to get really discouraged. And it's going to be really, really tough for you to figure out what was working, because a lot of times it takes a long time to get results from something. And if you aren't logging or tracking what you're doing, you're going to be sitting around wondering, how the hell did that happen? So don't let that happen to you. Find a way to track this stuff. If you have questions about it, hit me up in the comment section. I'll answer anything I can. I'll help you any way I can. So that's all I got for you today. Enjoy the weekend, and thanks for watching.